श्रियः कुरूणाम् अधिपस्य पालनीं प्रजासु वृत्तिं यमयुङ्क्त वेदितुं सवर्णिलिङ्गी विदितः समाययो युधिष्ठिरन् द्वैतवने वनेचरः पुराधिरूढः शयनं महाधनं विबोध्यसे यस्तुतिगीतिमङ्गलैः अदभ्रदर्भाम् अधिशय्यसस्थलीं जहासि निद्राम् अशिवैः शिवारुतैः. So Draupadi starts pointing out to the differences in the state in which Yudhishtira was before the Vanavasam and how he is right now in his Vanavasam. So before he used to be woken up by auspicious songs and stotram. Now he sleeps on darbha grass and he is being woken up. He is forced to wake up listening to inauspicious sounds of Jackal, Shivarutaihi. Okay. So the next one is continuing. Puropanitam nripa ramaniyakam dvijatisheshena yadetadandhasa tadadyate vanya phalashinaha param paraiti karyam yashasa samam vapuhu. Nripa pura dvijatisheshena yat ramaniyakam etat vapuhu andhasa ramaniyakam neetam upaneetam. So andhas is annam. So dvijati sheshena andhasa. Before now she's talking about his physical body. The comforts were spoken of in the earlier shloka. Now she's talking about his body, which was pura initially ramaniyakam upaneetam. It was made beautiful. It was made, it was rendered excellent because of eating the food that was left over by the Brahmanas. So after serving the Brahmanas, any food that is left over, dvijati, those who are born twice are the Brahmanas in those days. Also, you consider Kshatriya and Vaishya also as dvijati. But here, because Yudhishthira is a Kshatriya, we take the word dvijati to mean only Brahmanas. So dvijati sheshena, after they have eaten the shesham, the remaining of Brahmanas, that food, andhasa, by that food, hey Nripa, your body was made ramaniyakam, yat ramaniyakam upaneetam, that which was made beautiful or attractive, the same, tat adya Vanya phala ashinaha te, you who are Vanya phalashi, one who is ashnati, Vanya phalani ashnati iti Vanya phalashi, one who eats wild fruits. So you are only sustaining your body right now with the wild fruits, whatever you get in this forest. Before there was the Panchapaksha Parimanam, full feast was given for the Brahmanas, and then whatever was remaining you ate with the anugraham of the Brahmanas. Here neither the Brahmanas are there for whom you served before, and then because of their anugraham also you will gain a better body, but that is not the case right now. You live like a Muni eating wild fruits. Vanyaphalashinaha te. This is an adjective to te here. Shashti ekavachanam. Te vapuhu param karshyam. Karyam illa. Karshyam. Param karshyam upaiti. It becomes really thin. Krishata. So it has now become really thin, very thin. Param karshyam. Yashasa samam paraiti. Yashasa samam, along with the yashas, your fame also. So it's not only your body that has become very thin right now, your fame is also thin because people have forgotten about you. Right now, you are not ruling, it's only Duryodhana who is ruling. People have, probably your fame is not, you're not as famous as you were before when you were ruling. So Vanyaphalashinaha te Tatu vapuhu, the same body which was nourished by food, now it is being nourished only by the wild fruits. That body, along with the yashasa samam karshyam paraiti, it attains the melinja or state அப்படிங்கிறோம் இல்லையா அது. Pratipadartham.
Sahokti.
Sahokti. Yes. Samam. Sahokti.
Pratipada.
Yes. There is Sahokti here. Vapuhu yashasa samam karshyam paraiti.
Pratipadarthaha. Nripa, hey Rajan. So addressing the Dharmapura. Yat etat puro parvati tava vapuhu. That your body, the earlier stage, pura purvam, dvijati seshena, brahmana bhuktavasishtena. So whatever food was left out after the Brahmins were fed, andhasa annena, tadrishena annena, ramaniyakam, manoharatvam, it had gained that beautiful form. Upanitam prapitam, it had gained. Adya idanim vanyapalashinaha vanyapalaharasya te. So your body, you who are eating the only the wild fruits, tatvapuhu tadrisham tava shariram yashasa samam kirtya saha, along with your kirti, param atimatram karshyam krishatvam, along with your kirti, or the kirti along with your body, either way, has become thin. Karshyam krishatvam paraiti prapnoti.
So because yashas is in tritiya vibhakti, you say along with the kirti, your body has also emaciated.
Okay, okay. So he's out of sight, so out of mind. Okay. Bhavaha he nripa purvam yat tava shariram dvija bhuktavasishtena annena ramyam drishyate tad atra kshiyate. Tava kirtihi api kramashah krisha bhavati. Apakirtihi maranad atirichyate kalu. Maranad atirichyate kalu. So your kirti is getting diminished.
Yes.
Okay.
So para is the upasarga here with the eti inagato dhatu.
Paraiti.
Paraiti. Pra para ava, the upasargas.
Thank you.
Okay. Puropanitam nriparamaniakam dvijatiseshena yadetadandhasa tadadyate vanyaphalashinaf param paraiti karshyam yashasa samam vapuhu. So it's a sahokti here. For sahokti you should have some word indicating that together. And it should be two things beautifully expressed together. Ramaha Lakshmanena samam gacchati is not sahokti alankara. Okay.
I was thinking that here the chamatkara is not that apparent.
Pugalum korayardu. See, the yashas has become extremely thin. It's like as if you're saying the yashas has a body and that it was pushti yuktam asit purvam adhunatu krishata jata tatra iti. So there is, you're personifying yashas and trying to do adhanala.
So, it could be the body of yashas and your physical body, both. Well, okay.
Anaratam yau manipithashayinau aranjayat rajashiras rajam rajaha nishidatas tau charanau vaneshu te mrigadvijalona shikheshu barhisham. Anaratam manipithashayinau yau rajas shirahas rajam rajaha aranjayat. So actually it should be reverse. There is a confusion of which is the karma padam and which is the kartra padam here. So the kartra padam is actually rajashiras rajam rajaha yau manipitha shahinau charanau aranjayat tau charanau. So here yau manipitha shahinau becomes the dvitiya vibhakti padam here, and the rajashiras rajam rajaha aranjayat, because that is the kartra padam prathama vibhakti. So the feet, she is now talking about his 2 feet which were placed on a nice stool. Manipitha shayinau, they were always lying down. Shayi is actually, they were situated, they were placed on a manipitha, bejeweled stool. So usually there is a footstool on which they place their feet, right? So your feet were resting on pedestals or footstools which were having jewels embedded on them. And it was constantly made aranjayat, anaratam, always, continuously, aranjayat, it was made red by the pollen, or you can take it, the pollen made it red. Where did the pollen grains come from? So there are a lot of kings who are coming and bowing at the feet of Yudhishtira. They have flowers on their heads, and the pollen grain that falls from the flowers and fall from the flowers, they fall at the feet of Yudhishthira, and even those pollen grains are able to make his legs very red, because constantly people are coming and falling at his feet, so the pollen grains fall at his feet, and the pollen grains seem to make it completely red. So his feet are so soft that even the dust, the pollen dust, can make it red. So Yau Manipetha Shayinau, those 2 feet, which, so the Raja, Shiras Rajam Rajaha. Rajaha, the pollen from the Srak is mala, from the mala which adorns the head of the kings, that pollen, aranjayat, it used to, before, it used to make your feet completely red, your 2 feet, which were placed on a footstool. That was also, so it just shows the luxuries that Yudhishthira was enjoying before, and the amount of respect he got, and the softness that was there. Now in this forest, what is happening? Tau te charana, the same feet which enjoyed so much of luxuries and which was so soft, now where is it being seated or being placed? Nishidataha, these 2. So Nishidati, Nishidataha, Dvivachanam atra. So Tau charanau, the same 2 feet, Vaneshu Nishidataha, they are now resting in the forest on Kusha grass, Barhisham Vaneshu, in the forest of Kusha grass, whose shikha, whose top portions have been cut off either by mriga, deer, or by dvija, or by brahmanas. So brahmanas want kusha grass, they will go and cut the kusha grass with a sickle or with some kind of a weapon. They would take off the tops to use for the rituals and rites. The deer which are roaming around in the forest also go and the nunipul meyardimba. So they go and graze all these grass, the grass that is there, the darbha grass. Anything that has been cut by the mriga, by the deer, will not be taken by the brahmana. So the entire crop of barhis, the entire crop of darba grass, is half of it is probably cut by the bitten by the deer, and some half of it, the other half, has been taken off by the brahmanas. So which means the rest are taken, and they provide, they are taken as a footstool for Yudhishthira here. Now how will the corners be? Because they have been cut, the edges would be sharp. தையல் மிஷின் யூஸ் பண்றவங்களுக்கு தான் அது புரியும். If you have used a sewing machine, you know, the thread to put inside the needle, you will first cut it to put it inside so that it is sharp enough to enter into the eye of the needle. Otherwise it can be difficult if it has not been if it is not sharp. So here, the moment you cut, the grass becomes really sharp, and your feet are resting on such grass. The problem that Mallinatha has with this construct is, he says, adena oru idu unde, abhyarhitam purvam. There is a fault in this, because when you have dvandvam, abhyarhitam purvam. So when there is a dvandva samasa, mrigaha cha dvijaha, mrigaha cha dvijaha cha, the abhyarhitam, the person or the word that has more honor, that has to be given more honor, should go in the beginning. So it should be dvija mrigaluna. But the meter is not proper there. So he has changed it to mrigadvijaluna, is what he will give. I think irkan theriyala adu gantapathathla, I don't know.
But here the word dvija refers to teeth, right?
அப்படின்னு சொல்றா. அதுவும் ஒரு
ஆளுன்னு அப்படின்னா வேற எப்படி எடுக்கிறது? லைக்
இல்ல both of them, no, both brahmanas and deer have taken it. Dvija can mean teeth, Dvija can mean brahmanas also.
So when you say Mridvija aluna, cut by the teeth of the deer இல்லையா? அப்படி இல்லையா?
ரெண்டுமே உண்டுங்கிற. So Mallinatha gives that as the இது. But Dvijaihi iti tapasvibihi api, no?
Te kimartam why would they do cut the grass?
Yeah, why won't they cut the grass? They will need it, no? Kushalahangaradu edukku? They need kusha grass for the rituals.
Okay, mrigaihi cha dvijaihi ன்னு சொல்றீங்களா நீங்க?
ஆமாமா, மிருகாஹா ச த்விஜாஹா ச மிருகத்விஜாஹா. மிருகைஹி த்விஜைஹி ச ஆலூன ஆலூனாஹ சிகாஹா.
Okay, so in that, if that was the meaning, then abhyahitam purvam. But if you take it as the other way, probably not needed.
But அது வேண்டாம். என்ன மானு பல்லால கடிச்சு அப்படின்னு why it's an extraneous thing, no? அதாவது it is an extra, என்ன சொல்றது, புனருக்தி தோஷ will come. Why would you need teeth?
பின்ன எதால கடிக்கும் அப்படின்னு
அதனால்தான். So you don't need the word teeth there. இது எது, how do you satisfy this is abhyarhitam purvam. Why would Draupadi think about grammar in this point?
No, I think it's a contrast. In the previous verse, he said that Dvija Shesha, that is to say, he is eating after the Brahmanas have eaten. Here the deer have eaten that grass, and the remaining grass which is on the ground is making his feet red with maybe cuts or blood, as opposed to the pollen of the. I think he is playing with the previous with the what is referred to the previous verses. He's kind of combining it here and mentioning it this way.
Possible, but I don't think we need to take it as Dvija as teeth.
Okay.
If you take it as tapasvi, then the அந்த ஆதங்கம் இன்னும் ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்கும். You know, to show that she doesn't care about the propriety of words and dvandva samasa and everything.
Yeah.
Whatever comes out of her mouth is just completely directly from heart she's speaking. Makes more sense that way.
Like how we don't say karnena shrutam or something like that, which is like dirukti. Like we don't need
shrunoti is enough, like, no? But karnebhi shrunuyama deva,
Badran karne.
The heart knows no rhyme or grammar.
Exactly. That is what this is an example of. If you take it as teeth, then it's ஒரு சப்புன்னு ஆயிடுறது. You know, it's I feel there is no swarasam there.
அடிச்சாதான் சுவாரஸ்யம்
அது என்னமோ பல்லால அது கடிச்சு அதுக்கப்புறம்னு சொல்றச்சு இட்ஸ் நாட் அதுக்காக.
Okay, but she definitely does mean that, like in the first half, she said that his legs were made red by the pollen.
Yes.
And she probably implies that this sharp grass is cutting his feet and making it red.
Absolutely correct. That is why she mentions this.
Okay.
So half of it has been destroyed by the deer, other half by brahmanas. So anything that is remaining that they have to use should be used only after these two have had, no?
No, I mean to say
and it is also making his feet red. He cannot get fresh, soft grass there for his feet.
Right.
Sora இருக்கும் கால குத்தும்.
ஆமா.
So and is a nishidati nishidatah nishidanti dvivachanam. Kartuvachanam here is tau charanau iti.
Tau charanau. So here in the yau charanau becomes the karma padam here, and tau charanau become the kartru padam here.
Padam.
Okay. Padingodu pratipadartha.
Padartha anaratam nama satatam anipitha shayinau manimaya pita sthayinau. Those 2 feet which unceasingly were laid upon those jeweled footstools, yau tavacharanau, those 2 feet of yours, rajashirasrajam rajaha aranjayat. The rajaha, the pollen of the rajashirasrak, the garland on the head of the kings, the pollen from the garland on the head of the kings are colored those 2 feet of yours which were always resting on the bejeweled footstool. Tada, thus in that time. Tau, those Tau te charana, those 2 feet of yours, that kind of feet of yours, adhyaiti, Mrigadvija aluna shikeshu barhisham vaneshu nishidataha. Those feet of yours, the nishidataha, are situated, are resting, aranyeshu, in the forests of the kusha grass, in the meadows of the kusha grass, but which are what kind of
Chinna agreshu.
which are mrigaihi tapasvibihi cha chinna agreshu, which have their tips cut off by the tapaswins and the deer, and therefore are sharp. And thus imply the unsaid part is that they are cutting your feet and making it red. But I wonder if that's just not, it's not even, it's not dhvani, it's just implied. It's not really.
Just tatparyam, that's all.
Tatparyam.
Vivaksha.
It's implied and it's okay. Bhavaha. Hey Rajan, O king, Purvam tava charanau, Manikya pite stitau, Natamastakanaam Rajnyam Mauli Malabhi Ranjitau Astam. So previously your 2 feet, which were Manikya Pite, situated on bejeweled footstools, Natamastakanaam Rajnyam Mauli Malabhi, by the garlands on the heads of the kings who had bowed down their heads to your feet, by those garlands, Ranjito Vastam, were colored. Tau eva charanau, those very same feet of yours, Aduna, now or today, Karkasheshu Darbaranyeshu Charataha, are moving around in these very thorny and harsh forests of grass, Darbar grass.
Yeah, direct.
So that Artha Gauravam is what we were talking about, that Vivaksha. If she had directly said, as you said, if she had directly said the grass is cutting your feet and making it red now, then there is no point in that. The Artha Gauravam is, from this we extract the idea that, that which were red before because of soft flowers and the pollen dust, now it is being made red by the sharp grass.
Some kind of Arthapati, right?
Okay.
Maybe.
In Shivananda Lahari, he says about Shiva's feet being, when the gods bow down at his feet. Fourth slokatle, fifth slokatle, that beautiful description comes. His feet are, bright and lustrous because of that.
இதுவும் இருக்கு அந்த நிறைய அந்த மாதிரி ஃபீட் இது பண்ற அமரி கபரி பிரமரி முகரி கிருதம் தூரி கரோது துரிதம் கௌரி சரண பங்கஜம் அதுலயும் வந்து they bow at the feet of கௌரிங்கிறது is a common
but this style of, this is the Bharavi Artha Gauravam. This is it. This is an example.
Yeah. Anywhere where there is no specific alankara that you can say, but at the same time you're able to extract some beautiful meaning, then when there is a deeper tatparyam, right? Then you can say it is an example of Artha Gaurava. अनारतम्यौ मणिपीठशायिनौ अरञ्जयद्राजशिरस्रजां रजः निषीदतस्तौ चरणौ वनेषु ते मृगद्विजालो न शिखेषु बर्हिषाम् द्विषन्निमित्ता यदीयं दशा ततः समूलमुन्मूलयतीव मे मनः परैरपर्यासितवीर्यसम्पदां पराभवोऽपि उत्सव एव मानिनाम् यत् इयं दशा द्विषन्निमित्ता iti karanat, the fact that this dasha, this state in which we are in, has been created by enemies. This condition has been, the cause of this condition is the enemy. Dvishan nimitta iyam dasha. So this state, dasha, is dvishan nimitta, has the dvishat, the enemies as nimittam. So it is an adjective to dasha here. So dvishan nimitta yat iyam dasha iti yat vartate, the fact that this is caused by enemies, because of that my mind, it seems as if my mind is being uprooted completely from its roots. அப்படி பிடுங்கிறதுங்கிறோம் இல்லையா அந்த மாதிரி. ஸோ மே மனஹா சமூலம் உன்மூலயதி இவ. It is as if this condition seems to completely pluck out my heart from its roots. So iyam dasha me manaha samulam unmulayati. So manaha atra karmapadam. Manaha unmulayati. My mind is being removed. Samulam yatha syat tatha. So it's a kriya visheshanam here. So this dasha, this state which has been caused by the enemies seems to completely uproot my mind from me. If it was not caused by enemies, if it was a parabhava, if it was an insult, parabhavaha, aparyasita virya sampadam maninam parabhavaha utsavaha eva. So imagine a situation where this is not being caused by the enemies. Daivavashat agatam athava swasaiva danat dharmat evam iyam dasha agata. Idi chet tatra utsava eva manyante mani. So a person who thinks of self-esteem as the wealth here, he, for those people whose wealth has not been taken away by enemies, paraihi shatrubihi aparyasita virya sampat yesham te maninam. So this becomes an adjective to the mani. Paraihi aparyasitam, it is a ekadesha anvayam anga. So virya sampat, the tejas or the prowess that has not been affected, or the wealth of prowess, virya sampat, that has not been paryasitam, that has not been affected by the enemy, paraihi, then such a defeat. So the cause could be anybody. The cause could be dana dharmam, like how Raghu had given away all of his wealth and he had nothing there when Kautsa came, right? Bharatantu's shishya Kautsa came and asked him for wealth, but that daridryam that he was facing was not because of enemies taking away his wealth. So that is one case. The other case could be daivavashat. It could happen for people. So if that is the case, then for a person with self-esteem, this kind of a defeat or an adversity or a parabhava, insult, is actually a festival. It is a delight. That is fine, because they know that it has not been caused by the enemy. Whereas yours is caused by the enemy. That is why my mind is troubled so much. And the abdi tavikkira, she is suffering because it is caused by the enemy. It is not a state that is just by fate or something else, right?
One's own volition, like giving away that.
Yeah, kudukaradu andha madriyum illiye அப்படிங்கற.
The asukshepane and then nich asita, made to throw away by pari asita, made to throw away by the enemies, right?
Yes.
So the virya sampat which has been made to throw away by the enemies, and the opposite of that
paryasita.
Aparyasita, okay.
Viryameva sampat, aparyasita virya sampat, na paryasita aparyasita. So paraihi na paryasita. So that comes, it has an anvaya only with the paryasitam. Okay. Shubha, you want to go?
Okay. Pratipadarthah yat yasmat karanat iyam idrishi dasha avastha dvishat nimitta shatrukruta tatah tasmat me manah mama chittam samulam nishesh unmulayati iva utpatayati iva paraihi shatrubihi aparyasita virya sampadam advamsita tejo visheshanam maninam abhimaninam parabhavaha api vipat api utsavaha eva anandaha eva. Bhavartah sarveshamapi vipadaha agachanti gachanti cha. For everybody miseries come and go. Tatra na kapi chinta. There is no
cause for worry.
There's no worry. It's not, there's no cause for worry. Param asmakam iyam vipat shatru parikalpita. But the misery of ours is created by our enemies. अतः एव मनः व्यतते. Therefore, my mind is feeling sad, upset. मानिनां मानहानिः दुस्सहा भवति न तु आपत्. For respected people, maninam,
self-esteem, people who have self-esteem, right? Noble people.
मानहानिः दुस्सहा भवति. Losing their losing honor. Their respect, honor is unbearable. Dussaha bhavati, na tu apat, but not misery. Esha tu apat avamanakari. This misery is insulting, avamanakari. Atah tasya pratikriyam kuru. Therefore, take action on that, or take revenge on that, or whatever. Right? Yeah.
So, manaha unmulayati iva is an utpreksha here. It's as if the mind is being uprooted. So, it's a sambhavana. And then, maninam, tvantu mani chet, tarhi esha avastha dussaha bhavitavya. Right, for you. So, why don't you do something about it? So, it is a samanyana vishesha samarthanam. Mani iti samanya suchanam. And then vishesha is Yudhishtira here. Okay? But it's a Vaiyadhikaranam. Vaiyadhikarana, it's not the same thing. So it is the reverse that is being justified. Right? Puriyada? Huh? Yeah.
Oh, that Darbaranya Kshetram is near Tiruvarur, I believe. Tirumechur irukku illaya? Lalitambika Kovil. அதுக்கிட்ட இருக்கான். அங்க போய் you do all this பிதிரு காரியம் அதெல்லாம் பண்றதுக்கு ரொம்ப விசேஷமா தர்பாரண்ய க்ஷேத்ரம்.
Okay.
I think my sister recently went a couple of years back. That's why it was ringing a bell. Thank you.
Okay. द्विषन्निमित्ता यदियं दशाततः समूलमुन्मूलयतीव मे मनः परैरपर्यासितवीर्यसम्पदां पराभवोऽप्युत्सव एव मानिनाम्.
You said something about samanadhikarana or vyadhikarana or
something. Vaiyadhikarana. So, Arthantarnyasa can be samanadhikaranyam or Vaiyadhikaranyam. In the sense, see here, the iyam dasha dvishan nimitta iti karanat mama manaha unmulayati iva. So it is a direct representation of dvishadbihi dvishadbihi krita dasha. Whereas in the samanyam, he says paraihi aparyasita parabhavaha. That which is not created by Shatru, then that becomes an utsava. So it is the opposite that we are talking about. So it is a Vaiyadhikarana.
Okay. Clear.
Vihaya shantim nripadhama tatpunaha prasida sandhehi vadhaya vidvisham vrajanti shatrun avadhuya nisprihaha shamena siddhim munayo na bubhritaha. Shantim vihaya he nripa tadhama punaha sandhehi dvisham vadhaya punaha sandhehi. Now action oriented. Prasida. Prasida can come in the beginning itself. So, listen to what I'm saying. Please, Prasida can mean be pleased. So, have some clarity. Illana, listen to what I'm saying. Daivu koorndu, andha madri solrolya. So, please, is just Prasida. Vihaya, Shantim Vihaya, let go of your Shanti Gunam now. But don't have this peace. I want world peace. No, don't keep on sitting like this. So, Shantim Vihaya. Punaha, again, Tat here refers to the kanti that you had before, the prowess that you had before. Tat dhama, the viryam that you had before, tat dhama, idanim vidvisham vadhaya punaha sandhehi. Sandhehi, you will have to make a pact with your own valor, which was there before. So, or you can take it as resort once more to the same kind of valor that you had. You take it up again, Angi Kuru, take it up again for the sake of the killing of the enemies. Vadhaya, Vidvisham Vadhaya, in order to destroy the enemies. Tat dhama punaha sandhehi, again take up, again resort to the same kind of a prowess that you had before. Shatruna avadhuya nisprihaha munayaha eva shamena siddhim brajanti. So he says, what is wrong with having peace? Having peace is a good guna. Shanti is good to have, right? Why should we always take up arms and fight? So if that is the case, then she says, then you should have been a muni. It is only good for sages to achieve some kind of a siddhi. This kind of a siddhi can mean salvation or moksha here. So they strive for moksha by removing shatruna avadhuya. Avadhuya is conquering shatru, or avadhuya can just mean avoiding enemies completely. Avadhunoti garche, you are just avoiding them, setting them apart, setting them aside, not thinking about enemies at all. It is only sages who work towards siddhi through shama, through control of sense organs. Na bhubritaha, not kings. You're a king. Don't behave like a sage here. In fact, she says, next shloka, she will say, Ida Vuttutu, you might as well live like a sage here. Leave your kingdom and leave your bow and arrow. Why are you even having it now?
Could avadhuya mean like ignore?
Ignore nirtikla, yes. Yeah. So Shatruna avadhuya here can mean, actually it is only munis who antashatruna avadhuya. Why is anybody a target of hatred? Why is anybody an enemy? It is because of the dvesham that the person has in his own mind. It has nothing to do with the person in front of him. So here Shatru Navadhuya can mean his own Antashatru in the form of Ragadvesha. He completely subdues all of his passions in that sense. And Shamena, because of Indriya Nigraha, Nisprihaha, being without any attachment to the world, it is only sages who achieve success. Siddhim Brajanti. Na Bhubritaha. Okay. Pratipadartha. So here also it is an arthantranyasa. Samanyena Vishesha Samarthanam. Okay. Someone wants to read?
That is in Samanadhikaranyam, right, this time?
This is Samanadhikaranyam, yes.
May I read, Mahodaya?
Padingode, sure.
Pratipadartha Nripa He Rajan Shantim Shamam Vihaya Tyaktva Tad Prasiddham Dhama Tejaha Vidvisham Shatrunam Vadhaya Hananaya Punasandhehi Angikuru Prasida Prasanno Bhava Nisprihaha Nishkamaha Munayaha Tapasaha Shatrun Areen Avadhuya Na Virjit Na Nivir
One minute. Why na nirjitya?
அதான் புரியல
இல்ல நிர்ஜித்யா தான் வரணும்.
நாஜித்யா ஆர் நிர்ஜித்யா மேபி
நிர்ஜித்யா ஏவ நான் வரக்கூடாது.
புக்லயும் நான் தான் போட்டிருக்கு, நான் நிர்ஜித்யா தான் போட்டிருக்கு.
வேண்டாம், நிர்ஜித்யாவே இருக்கட்டும்.
அவதூய நிர்ஜித்ய ஷமேன சாந்தியா சித்திம் அபீஷ்ட சித்திம் மோக்ஷம் व्रजन्ति अप्राप्नुवन्ति न भूभृतः न राजानः. सो भावार्थः हे राजन् शान्तिमार्गे अद्य एवं भूतोऽसि. हे नृप किंग शांति the path of shanti, you are in a path of shanti right now. Tad tyaktva,
or you are behaving in this manner because you are in the margam of shanti. So shanti marge adya asi iti karanat evam bhutaha asi.
Evam bhutaha asi. Tat tyaktva, leaving that aside, shatru vadhaya udyogam kuru, start working towards killing you or getting rid of your shatrus or killing them. Prasanno bhutva, listening to me, or please hear this, or and then etat mama vachanam angi guru. This word of mine, please accept my word and listen to me, basically. मुनयः एव निष्कामाः without any desires or attachment. Only munis shantya mokshaya yatante. By maintaining in the Shanti Margam, moksha, they do prayatnam to reach moksha. Then Rajnyam tu Rajas, instead, kings tu krodhena shatru samhara eva uchitah. So, but kings, with their anger, shatru samhara, to kill the shatrus,
it is appropriate for
for
kings.
them to-
Rajnyam is in Shashti Vibhakti. So it is appropriate for the kings to kill their enemies with anger. Vihaya Shantim Nrupadhama Tatpunaha Prasida Sandhehi Vadaya Vidvisham Prajanti Shatrun Avadhuya Nisprihaha Shamena Siddhim Munayo Na Bhubritaha Purassara Dhamavatam Vyashodhanaha Sudussaham Prapya Nikaramidrisham Bhavadrishashched Adhikurvate Ratim Nirashraya Hata Manasvita. If people like you accept your humiliation in this manner, then what does Manasvita do? She has no ashrayam here. The self-esteem, it is lost without any place to go and take refuge. So, where does self-esteem always reside? It resides in people like you, Bhavadrishaha, Purassaraha, those people who are in the forefront, and who are Dhamavatam Purassaraha, who are the leaders of Dhamavatam, people who have Dhama, courage. So, you people like you are leaders of, say, warriors who are really spirited. So, Dhamavatam Purassaraha, Yashodhanaha, those who also have yashas, kirti, glory as their wealth. Bhavadrishaha, idrisham nikaram prapya, sudussaham nikaram prapya. Having attained such a great insult, idrisham nikaram, such a great humiliation, which is difficult to tolerate by anybody. Ratim adhikurvate. If you seem to relish this, yeah, you seem to ratina, pleasure, you seem to take pleasure in this kind of an insult. If people like you, who are supposed to be considered as the dhurandara of people who are warriors, then what to say of Manasvita? Where will she go and reside? So Manasvi abdingarchi, people of high honor, people of self-esteem. So Manasvita becomes high-mindedness, or that magnanimity, high-spiritedness. That quality is lost, it or chivalry is lost without refuge. Nirashraya Hata has completely gone right now. So she cannot go and take refuge anywhere else. Okay. Kincha, I think iduvum vandu Arthantaranyasa only. So, Hanta Nirashraya Hata. Okay. Lata, நீங்க படிக்கிறீங்களா?
किञ्च धामवतां तेजस्विनां पुरस्सराः अग्रेसराः यशोधनाः कीर्तिमन्तः
பவாத்ரிஷாக உங்களை போல இருக்கிறவா. சோ பவத்விதாக,
பவாத்ரிஷாக பவத்விதாக ராஜானः சதுஸ்ஸகம் சுதுஸ்ஸகம் அதிதுஸ்ஸகம் ஈத்ருஷம் உக்தவிதம் நிகாரம் பராபவம் प्राप्य च लब्धवापि रतिं सन्तोषं अधिकुर्वते चेत् स्वीकुर्वते चेत् अन्त अहो मनस्विता अभिमानिता निराश्रया आश्रयरहिता सती हता नष्टा। भावः ए राजन् त्वं तेजोवताम् अग्रणीः महायशस्स Mahayashaspannan.
Sampannahan இருக்கணும்.
Oh, okay. Here, that's what okay. Mahayashasampannascha.
So, O king, you are agranihi. Agranihi na? Agranir Gramani Shriman. Agranihi is the one, Agram Nayati iti Agranihi, one who leads the forefront. Among people who have tejas, among people who have that prowess, you are the leader among them. And
Foremost.
then
So you're
foremost among the
wealthy,
leaders.
and most wealthy.
Wealthy, yashas. So you have kirti as your wealth.
Wealth. Yadi bhavadrisha rajanah dussaham parabhavam anubhuyapi santushta bhavanti tarhi abhimanita ashrayarahita sati vinashishyati.
So if people like you, kings like you, bhavadrishaha rajanaha, dussaham parabhavam anubhuya api, even after experiencing such an insult or a difficult time, which is tough to tolerate, intolerable insult, having experienced that, santushtaha bhavanti, I am not able to tolerate it and I feel difficult, I feel miserable is one thing. But you seem to be contented. That is the issue here. Santushtaha bhavanti. If they are happy, then tarhi abhimanita, the high-mindedness, that ashraya rahita, without any ashrayam, vinashishyati, vinashyati da, la?
Vishishyatene idirku.
Ashraya rahita sati vinashyati da.
Maybe future tense illa potrukala.
Vinankshyati nu varnume. Okay.
Nashishyati is also there.
It is there?
Nashishyati is also. Yeah.
Vinashishyati.
Yeah.
Nashishyati is there?
Nashishyat. Yeah, nashishyati is there.
Okay. I didn't know that. Awesome.
Yeah.
I thought it was only nangshyati or something like
Nangshyati. Yeah, that is there. Comma, this also there.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
I learned the more difficult one.
Yeah.
This is the more easier one.
Sometimes the easiest one, it the good one. We will lose sight of it.
Yeah, actually, nangshyati is the probably drishya pashya. So drakshyati. Nashe nangshyati. By association, I only remembered that.
Yeah.
Purassara dhamavata yashodhanaha sudussaham prapya nikaramidrisham bhavadrishasched adhikurvate ratim nirashrayahanta hatha manasvita. Okay, so I think we have a couple of shlokas more. 4 shlokas. Next class we will finish. There are just 3 more shlokas. So on Monday we will finish this. Okay? Namaste.